Hello, just having fun for fun's sake purposes. Making a video, being in a good mood. I've been in a bad mood for the last couple of weeks. I had very little energy, and I also think, I just had a thought. I think that maybe the chelation that I've been taking, that Paul gave me, maybe that was unleashing some heavy metals out of my fat tissue. I have no idea, but that can happen. That's a so-called healing crisis, which is kind of an oxymoron, but it happens when the healing, like not healing in the sense of total cell healing, but they call it healing crisis because it can unleash stored toxins from the fat cells and from the muscle cells, muscle tissue. So there's a lot of the fat and muscle cells, that are also interchangeable, by the way, as far as I understood this correctly. Muscles can be generated using the fat cells or something like this. And muscles can also turn into fat cells. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But anyway, these tissues, they store heavy metals and other toxins like pesticides and all kinds of stuff that you have ingested or that has been injected into you throughout your life. So when that comes out through a chelation therapy, which is a chlorella algae that has been broken into little fragments, into, I think, molecular fragments through a specific fragmentation machine. And so when it is fragmented in these small particles, the chlorella algae, it's already a very fine product by itself, because chlorella is, as far as I understand it, a one-cell algae, and I think it is a sweetwater algae. So, and it's very beneficial algae, and I think it is bluish in color, and blue things have a specific energy about it. And it's very healing. It docks onto toxins and it flushes it out safely out of the body. But in the process of docking onto toxins and your blood circulation, your heart's constantly pumping blood throughout your entire system into every niche and cranny and fissure and sulky in the brain and in all parts of your body, into all organelles and organs and blood vessels and capillaries, and it gets everywhere. And when it picks up a lot of stuff, it will also flush this stuff first throughout your entire body and throughout through your brain, and it can, during this process, it can cause some fatigue. And that's what I've been experiencing ever since I started on this chlorella a couple of weeks ago. So I could clearly see the result of that. It instantly put me into a healing crisis. I have to be a lot more careful with this. I think I can only take a few drops, because I can't ad hoc take like an entire dropper full. So just a few drops, maybe 3 drops will be enough for now. And yes, and I'm also drinking a lot of frozen fruit blends, vegan, of course, and that also flushes the body, circulates the body, and carries stuff out. and that's very important. And so I think that this incredible lack of motivation, tiredness, getting out of breath, I think that may have to do with old stuff that has been flushed through my brain and made me very tired. But today, I hadn't taken the chlorella today, but it always takes a while until it tapers out of the system. But anyway, today I was again very sluggish, but we went shopping, and that was the first time in about a year or so that I suddenly started to run when I brought the shopping cart back. Normally I waddle along like really sluggishly, and it's like an ordeal to bring the shopping cart back into the receptacle, and passing by people's loud music, da-dum, 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 cigarette smoke lingering in the air, meandering around the cigarette butts. It is an ordeal every single time. So, but this time I was in a good mood. I got Papa Dog a blanket that I had to buy it because it's like a very warm, fluffy throw, like 50 by 60 inches, and all synthetic fur on one side. That is exactly his fur color. It is the Orange King color, very glowing, copper glowing, and on the other side it is sheep imitation. Imitation is the emphasis here, because we don't want real animal fur, animal hair, animal skin. So we don't want that. That's not ethical. So I saw that 100% synthetic. Yay! Yes! Yes! I grabbed it. I seized it. And I was so happy. It's like, yes, Papa Dog colors. Yes, I have to get it. So anyway, he was very happy about this. I put that on him and he looked like a king. He looks like the Orange King that I always call him. He is my garden authority. He is Orange King, and he is royal authority. Okay, so he is our authority figure. That is the truth, because he is an orange god. He is the son of the blue god, our previous dog. So, and they even look a little bit alike, except Papa Dog's short and the other one was a big giraffe. So, and the giraffe always was noticed by everyone. People would say, put the saddle on that horse. And it was a little annoying. It's kind of like people telling Donald Trump, you're fired. Yeah, so everyone says it. So but, and you know, it's a little bit difficult, you know, when you with Kenny, it was like going shopping with a celebrity, because people would come. It was touching too, but you know, we didn't get very much done because we would get caught up with people lining up to take photo with him. That was quite something. So this doesn't happen with the Orange King. The Orange King is, yeah, people smile, but most people pass by. They don't come and say, can I take a photo with him? So that I don't think, no, it's never happened before. So I think, yeah, one time at the beach, that was very sweet. But now people usually, they leave us alone with the Orange King, and but they still look a little bit alike. But anyway, always swaying away from the subject that I started out with. I got him the nice blanket, I was in a good mood, and so because of all of this, I was in an energetic momentum. I brought the shopping cart back, and lo and behold, I was running. And I put the shopping cart back and meandered my way around the cigarette butts, the whatever else horrible was on that parking lot, and past the people, old people, younger people, dysfunctional, unhappy, miserable people, and miserable music, and particularly, take note of this, in the store, miserable Christmas music, okay? Miserable, miserable, miserable. Aggressive, loud, like a country style Disneyland type of Christmas music. But I did not let that push down my mood. Not this time. One time at Walmart, that was a couple of years ago, I said on the walkie-talkie to Paul, I'm getting depressed because of this terrible Christmas music. That was even worse. That was the worst Christmas music. So dishonest. Oh, so we are so happy. Something like this. Everything is so nice. Yes, yes, yes. Kinda, reminded me of that Sean Benet Ramsey Christmas parties. Everything is so nice, yes, and it is so disgusting that it is so negative that people murder, even on Christmas, murder a little girl and to cover shit up. And, it's this, the lies, the Disney World, fake plastic Christmas trees, plastic shit ornaments, like remake tacky shit made in China, shipped over here, tacky Christmas canes, shit light lamps and shit, it's just total mess, a total disgusting convoluted lie. And so it's like that type of music that I had to endure at Walmart one time, and I was like getting so depressed that I said to Paul on the walkie-talkie, I'm getting so depressed, I don't know if I can go shopping. It is so bad, I think I'm gonna have to leave the store. And a guy behind me in the aisle actually heard me say this. So he comes around the aisle, real big fat meat eating Republican guy in around 30, comes around the aisle and sings loud along with that Christmas carol. And he looks right at me like with this look, I gotcha, you bitch, I gotcha. Because I heard his feelings, I heard his ego. There's my anger again. Ooh, it's right under the surface all the time. When I see shit, when I see bullshit, when I see lies, I get mad. I have the right to get mad about this. And I am exposing this full force with the brightest lights, the most angry lights there are. To you, the audience, yes. I want you to see it. Shine the light on the shit and the lies. Shine the light on this fake happiness. That fake, over-faked, over-convoluted faked. More fake, so much fake convolution layers that it goes all the way to the ceiling, and you can't even, there's no way to see the truth even if you tried, because it really obscured this entire picture. And that's called the corporate agenda, corporate hand-washing, religion used as a vehicle for the corporate agenda to make you completely blinded by corporatism, corporatist, over-corporatized. convoluted lies over lies over lies over deception. Okay. Look at it now from above. Look at it, see for what it is. Laugh about it. That's the most important thing. Laugh about the aging process. Laugh about getting old. Laugh about having whatever, bags under your eyes. Laugh about it. Yes. Laugh about it. Laugh. Listen to Slayer when they sing hardening of the arteries. Laugh about it. Laugh about the medical industry profiting from your hardening of the arteries and your gullibility. Laugh about all of this. Then look, shine a bright light on entire society, on all of this bullshit that's going on. You know, I wish Penn and Teller would have made one episode of their bullshit series and shining the light on the plastic Christmas celebration every year in the United States, at Walmart, in the 99-cent stores, and so on. And all those other, I don't know, Rite Aid, whatever. You know, the tacky shit next to the Christmas cane is the shelf of aspirin, and then we have Vicodin behind the counter, all this pain medicine that gets people addicted. But Happy Christmas Carol, you know, there's pain underneath. No one wants to look at it. Let me take a Vicodin so I don't have to look at the pain. Happy Christmas Carol. You know, the lies. This... I don't even know where to start with this. Lies. Lying to yourselves. Total self-violation is this. I want to laugh about this at the same time as I am upset about it and trying to expose it and being a bitch about it, a real Asperger's, and like empath, INFJ, total exposure. I'm an INFJ Medusa, if you will. That's what I am. I'm like the epitome of this lonely, feared, spooky, people said to me in LA. Lonely, outcast, feared for all the wrong reasons, of course. A psychopath fears an empath for the simple reason because the empath will put a stop to the business of the psychopath. The psychopath sees only business. Business wants lies. Business wants to sell you fake crap. Business wants to completely blind you and appease you and sell you a pill and sell you total deception politically all the way around. Sell you slander against Hillary Clinton, against Al Gore, against anyone or Paul Watson, against anyone who tries to make the world better, to uncover the truth behind things, to point the finger, to be accuser. In Hebrew, the accuser is called Satan. Satan is a Hebrew word. Okay, it comes from Hebrew, from the Middle East, from Israel. Satan is an Israeli word, and it means the accuser, and that's where Satan comes from. Satan, Satan. That's how it's spelled. And so everyone was brainwashed into thinking you cannot be an accuser. You have to never say anything. It's very interesting. Katy Perry talked about this. Very interesting. So that's a very intelligent woman. Okay? She's very emotionally intelligent. She is much above all of this Christian stuff. But she loves her family, and I'm sure her family was nice to her, because it's much easier to step out of that shit if your family was not nice to you. Then you will really associate. Then you see it much more clearly how bad Christianity is. But she does see this to a degree, but she doesn't have hatred against it because her family wasn't mean to her. For example, I grew up in an agnostic household. My parents left that Lutheran evangelical religion before I was born, and they have never really been a fan of it. My mother's sister, my aunt, is 11 years younger than my mother, and my aunt was still evangelical and was still going to church. And when she got married, another cousin and I, another girl, Birgit, and we were the flower children. We were given each a basket with flower petals in it, and we were spreading these flower petals after the marrying couple. So that was a nice thing because it was dealing with nature, it was dealing with flowers, but that could be done without that religion. So maybe the pagans had stuff like this too, with flower petals and all kinds of wonderful ceremonies that were fun, they were not oppressive. They were much more in tune with nature. Also superstitious, of course. Religion is always superstitious. The pagans were just as, it was religion too. It was very superstitious, all of this. The Mayans were extremely superstitious and did terrible things. But the European pagans, they lived much more in tune with nature, which is much better. But we don't need to be superstitious to be in tune with nature. We don't need to. It doesn't have to fall into yet another type of worshipping or an OCD clenching type of ritual that has to be done every year at a specific time under moonshine, this here, this, that. You have to dig this up. Rudolf Steiner dug up some pagan rituals. He has woven that into anthroposophy, and then he has brought Christianity into anthroposophy as well, which mixed up a bunch of. That's kind of like putting vomit back into a newly brewed tea or something. It's like it was all well meant to bring peace between the people. He used to be an atheist for a long time, but he decided that doesn't bring peace. He thought, okay, we'll just put some vomit religion back in, hoping that it will bring sort of peace or bring people together, but he didn't. He meant well. I love Rudolf Steiner, okay? But there's no way I'm going to be an anthroposophist, because that's another religion. It's another lie. It's another clenched ritualistic thing, and it's just all of this. Question it all. Just question every single thing. Okay. So I never associated anything positive with the Christian religion, except those flower petals. That was nice. I didn't even like that wedding dress that my aunt wore. This outdated from 300 years ago. Some kind of outdated, uncomfortable dress that seems uncomfortable and seems to be pressing against the skin here and there and pinching into the fat and under the armpits and all of this, like uncomfortable bra underneath and all of this. Now, I'm a hippie. I'm a freedom lover. I want my breasts to be doing what they want to do, not to be squeezed into a corset or something. So no, it's like I don't want my overhang fat to be pushed up into a pseudo nice shape. Anyway, Papa Dog has to get out. See you later.